double-double to do it all forward for ACU. And away we go, Wolfpack and Wildcat. So they've got that NCAA tournament experience, but also just to start the year off with a win in a hostile environment. Steal by Taylor. And he missed the layup. Jayden contesting his shot, the 6'10 senior, former ACC player at Louisville. This is Hunter Jack Madden, and that's what he did in Stillwater. He knocked down some big shots down the stretch to help him to the win. Madden with 14 points in the opener. Burns to a cutting DJ Horn. Left-handed floater is good. Did they wave off the basket?
I think he was inside the semicircle. Yeah, he had his back foot on the line.
And Burns is out there along with Taylor. The other three coming off the bench. Allen.
And there's the pressure that Abilene Christian wants to apply, and a good job of getting out of the trap, and Middleton creating afterwards. So I think both of them can spread the floor. I think especially when DJ's on the floor, he's not one that's going to really space it. Even though he says he's going to shoot some threes this year, you need a couple guys that can space that floor, especially when he's going to get so much attention. I think NC State a couple times has just got lost on defense, like even right there. They shouldn't be giving up an open look, especially on the ACC logo.
State asking for the basket to count. Most impressively, 7 from Taylor, who's also picked it up on the defensive end. Yeah, he takes a lot of pride in that. Allen to the rim with a nice reverse. Casey Morsell and what he can do on the defensive end. Now you've got another guy that can lock you down.
Yeah, and I think all of them, especially tough shots.
As I say, Morsell with a hand in his face, and Allen still able to score it. Burns. Oh, spin move. How did he do that?
I don't know how you do it. You see a big guy doing a spin move, starting from the three-point line, off balance, left-handed, a little bit saucy from the big man right there, showing off those guard skills.
He is one of the most fun players in the country, no doubt about it.
The crowd's going crazy, but you got to do a good job of getting back, stopping the ball, and then ultimately you got to get the defensive rebound.
Leonardo Betziol with a bucket on one end and a block on the other. Reminiscent of Baby T.
Baby T loved the left hand. Very athletic, jumping off the right foot as well. Yeah, I don't know if that's the best shot, especially because NC State wants to run, and that gives them an opportunity to get the rebound and really push it. Got to be a little bit more selective on taking good shots.
Burns, too good. He loves going over that right shoulder.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's just them being a little bit more aggressive right now. They're also getting to the line.
But the dime from DJ Middlebrooks is there to clean it up. This is a Wildcats team that really frustrated Oklahoma State defensively. Defense is their backbone as Betziol has a nice move.
The offensive rebound, putting it back in, and then right here just a good spin move off DJ. Finish underneath.
Wolfpack knocking on the door of 40 first half points. Still 5 minutes to go. Here's a turnover. He's pretty good at analysis too, as are you, Scott, of course. But Jayden actually majored in sports media at Butler and told me after his basketball career is done, he'd like to see himself in a studio type role. He's like, you know what? I like watching the guys on TNT. I could see myself doing something like that.
Well, I can tell you, I've enjoyed being here with you. It's a lot of fun. You get to watch some basketball, talk basketball, so I'm sure he'd love it.
He said he might try his hand at what you're doing as well, but studio is where he really thinks it would be the most fun.
I'll try to give him as many pointers as I can on this end. But again, I think that studio may be a little bit less stress.
Good rim, and he gets the foul.
Yeah, and Allen just did a really good job staying in front. Again, he showed his hands. Horn showed the ball in front, was able to swipe it away, and again, push it in transition. And deep down, it's for me.
I got to tell you, and I know a lot of people listening are probably agree with you. So
last week in November, and then the rest is just set up for Christmas.
This is a debate I have with my wife, and I hope I'm not being a Grinch. I just love Thanksgiving.
As do I. I just love the holiday cheer. And again, Taylor just being aggressive all night. He's been attacking the rim. able to get the easy one there.
Go to St. Thomas to play in the Paradise Jam. So you get right around that time, you get some good food. As Burns fights and wins the rebound. You get some good food, of course. Taylor, three, got it. And you get some good basketball, too. Taylor already with 16, his career high 24. He set that on New Year's Day of this year against the Georgetown Hoyas. Simmons with the touch.
He's got to get this team going a little bit, bring some energy, and you see a little bit of a 2-3 zone.
Yeah. Scott, now we saw that on the last possession of the first half, which I know you loved, and it made sense to give NC State another look as Horn makes them pay for the zone, but ACU really doesn't play zone. Just trying to change things and see if that wrinkle could throw NC State off, and Horn immediately makes it happen. Simmons on his way to the rack, and I think he heard you. I think he understands his responsibility as one of the veteran leaders of this team.
Yeah, he's just a great player for them. You know, obviously having, I think, 11-11 in the first game. You know, he brings energy.
Yeah, of course.
Some good activity there by ACU. Just, again, you gotta get those 50-50 balls.
At least in the first half. Second half has been his half. He's got 19. No answer from McClain, but he gets his own board.
And Dibba kind of keeping it alive there.
That is such a good shot from Cameron Steele. He was their leading three-point shooter as a sophomore, made 43s. Last year shot 42%. He made 35 of them. Diarra taking him inside.
I'd recommend sending help, especially anytime you get that deep down in there. Send some help, and a great finish by Diarra. Yeah, and I think one of the things that they did, especially in that Oklahoma State game, they played a good game for almost 38 minutes.
That's a good pass from Simmons. It was pretty apparent that Abilene Christian controlled that game.
Yeah, and they're going to be a good team going forward. You know, I know they're down quite a bit here, but NC State's just playing a great game. But, you know, if you can get your hands back on that ball and get an extra possession out of it, that's where it's at. And again, the tenacity of the defensive end, creating to get out in the offensive court, and they're just getting easy ones.
It's been an impressive performance on both ends for the Wolfpack.
And they're doing it, you know, obviously full court pressure, but also in the half court.
Taylor's got the touch tonight. Those younger guards here, DeGrew, Uineka. Shot maybe blocked from behind by pass.
He's been good all night, especially on the defensive end too. You know, we've talked a lot about the offense, but even at the beginning of the game, you know, he was picking up the point guard full court, turning them, making it tough to get into the offense. This is that action NC State ran a lot last year. The Iverson cut, side pick and roll, get it to DJ in the post and just let him work.
Off glass?
He didn't mean to do that.
Off glass, Scott?
He did not mean to do that.
All right, from this angle.
Yeah, no chance he did that on purpose. The bank's not open this late.
I'm kidding. I don't think he meant to do that, but it still went in.
Sometimes when you just got that soft touch, you know, things happen. Good things happen for you. Well, I would say that was a good business decision for him to get out of soccer. With that size, athletic, can move.
Yeah, his nickname is the Irish Hulk.
Yeah, he looks pretty physical.
Seeds three ball off the front rim. Oh! Uineka comes in with the finish.
Yeah, everybody does the end of layup line dunk to send them into the bench, and he's the one that did it for them.
Gonna be a winner chicken dinner kind of night for NC State as Ross almost came through and cleared out. DeGrew the other way. He almost missed the finger roll.
The first half, too, that crowd gets pretty loud when it comes to winning some chicken.
Tanner, count it and one.
You just want to contest and let them have that one.
A highlight.
But all in all, I think for a 40-minute game, they did you know, ACU obviously is going to take some things out of the film room, but, you know, coming off that Oklahoma State win, you know, they still got things to look forward to and be proud of.